This week on Fabin' Adventures, we're getting out of the shop and going checking out some old log cabins and homesteads.
Cool, let's see what we can find.
Oh, that's why they...
Looks like there's maybe another. How old do you think them trees are that are growing out of the middle of it?
That's cool.
Little roofing on there. Check.
Check.
All right, we're off. This time. So, some of these cabins that we're going to show you today, I found them just in the 2 years that we've been here. I found them just in my general travels and driving around and going down trails and cutlines and whatnot, just snooping and learning the area. So the first one here is actually, it can't be 3 miles from our house where we live. And it's just kind of a rundown old cabin. Nobody uses it, I don't think, anymore. There's a bunch of junk around.
You don't think?
I don't think. You never know. You never know what, there could be wily coyotes or something in there. We're gonna see some log cabins that are turned trappers cabins. We're gonna see an old homestead. We're gonna see maybe just the remnants of old log cabins and homesteads.
A whole bunch of tomfoolery.
They need to fix that road. So let's see what we can find. This first one's not too far away. Alright, so one of the cabins is down here. Oh yeah, it's been cleaned up big time. Wow. The trapper's gonna start using it.
Oh.
Yeah, they cleaned her up big time in here. This was just...
Look at that cool bed frame.
There used to be an old couch along this side here that was just chewed up from squirrels and whatnot.
Look at this cool bed frame.
Oh yeah. See this big shovel here? They've been scooping up all the junk off the floor and fixing her up. It's probably a trapper gonna start using it. Check this out, even an old Ski-Doo 377 up in here. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's go check out some more. Oh, even an outhouse for when things get
Western.
or you get yourself into a panic, you got an outhouse down in there.
Oh, hey, check it out.
Oh, there's a cabin in the bush there.
Yeah, we gotta stop at this one.
Just the old remnants of an old cabin, hey?
Cool. That's cool.
That's cool. Let's go check it out.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
This thing must have had a bit of a cellar or something at one time. It's got a hole down in here.
Yeah. Keep the food cool.
Looks like there's maybe another sort of a cellar thing over here. Not far from the road, if you can see the Zook right there.
It's entirely possible. Maybe we'll see a Sam switch. Oh, keep it on the road. Holy crap, it's gonna get western.
Let's try it lower here. Here's this old cabin I found while I was just walking around. Look at these. How old do you think them trees are that are growing out of the middle of it? So give you a perspective of the size of this cabin. Eight paces, so probably like 24 by 24.
Wow, that's huge. Back in the day?
Yeah, there sure ain't much left of it.
No, and it's definitely a cabin. It's not just a,
Oh yeah.
a pen.
No, it was a cabin. But like, how old do you think that tree is right there? How long does it take for him to get 80 feet tall or whatever that is?
Yeah.
You couldn't wrap your arms around that tree either. You know, like it's so overgrown, but to get in there,
Yeah.
I don't think, if you could get close to the tree, I don't think you could get your arms around it. Maybe, just.
But still, that's got to be like, what, 100 years old?
Oh, I don't know. For sure, probably more.
And that's to have the tree start. So the cabin was there before that because...
It would have grew, the trees would have grew after the cabin fell,
Yeah.
basically.
After the roof would have caved in and everything.
Pretty neat. Hey, I found this one just stumbling through the bush out here.
That is cool.
What do we got here? This looks man-made to me.
I hope that's not a bear den.
Oh, that used to be like an old cellar or something.
Cellar.
Yeah, look at this. All this old earth piled up here. And it looks like this might have been their doorway down into what's the cellar, or used to be the cellar.
Try not to disrupt any animals. Cool.
That's pretty cool. I bet that was a cellar with all the earth piled up around it. Would have kept their groceries cold.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. That was a pretty neat one, eh?
Yeah.
We'll turn the camera around.
I'd be curious to see how old that would have been, those trees.
I bet that one was...
Good thing there's a handle for me.
Yeah, it's a rough little trail, if you want to call it that. Little cut line here. I bet that's more than 100 years for that tree to get that big.
Probably, actually, yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember this having to go around this down log now. Now that we're here, I remember.
Maybe this side by side.
This one's way back in the bush.
Yeah.
This is the one that's got that signing book in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. A guest book in it.
That's cool.
The old rolled roofing on there.
Yeah.
Got yourself dry firewood here. An axe to split if you need. So them are some pretty cool cabins we found so far. So awesome, hey? So if you guys like this sort of content, go ahead, subscribe, share,
Like
the videos. Make sure you give us a thumbs up, hit the bell, notifications, all that good stuff. And we're gonna continue on. There's a few more cabins to look at.
dishes are done. Let's go adventuring.
Ow.
Look at the business card.
They must have had a radio antenna or a CB antenna or something on the end of this pole.
Satellite.
Yeah, maybe they had satellite on the end of that pole. Look at the roof whirly-bird going around and around.
Yeah. They got their priorities, right?
Pretty cool. Yeah, so this last cabin is pretty cool. There's what looks like a grave marker there. Got some lady's name on there, Helen something or other, I can't remember. But
neat.
From back at like 1912, if I remember right, or something like that, or I think it's when the grave marker is 1912, and she was like 101 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's an old homestead there, a bunch of cabins, trapper's cabin there now. It's a pretty cool little place, so we're gonna go check that one out now.
Then we're gonna have lunch.
Then we'll have lunch.
Oh, this could get western. Hang on, peeps, we're going for a ride.
Try and straddle it. Hopefully it'll be thicker in the center. That was a real deep mud hole when I went through it earlier this summer. Luckily it's good and hard and frozen. Ain't no thing. Sammy handled that, no problem. See, I remembered this trail way narrower in through here. This isn't bad at all.
Lunchtime.
Here's the old grave marker sign here.
Oh, that's cool.
Hey.
104 she would have been.
104 years old.
Because 1820 to 1924. That's 104 years old.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Old cabin. Even got the inside of the cabin here. The walls are sawn. Hey, they're flat.
Yeah.
They're not round inside.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow. That's an old cabin. Yeah, she's dark in here, but it's picking it up. It's pretty musty smelling in here, hey?
Mm-hmm.
Old wash basins and stuff. Old bed here. A couple of beds. Actually, they're pretty darn clean, them beds. There mustn't be. Well, I mean, for what it is. You got bunk beds. The beds, they're not all full of junk, like chewed up stuff. You got another sign-in book? Sure. Sure enough. Got a pen there? Alright. I haven't really videoed much of this cabin. Pretty neat old homestead here. There's multiple cabins in here too. And you can see it's a trapper's cabin. There's Martin boxes here. Looks like there's an old pole set for an outfitter's tent. This here's a shower house. I've actually peeked my head in there one time, and there's a 12-volt battery and pump and everything in there, and a wood stove in there, and they have showers and stuff in there, maybe at once upon a time. Then there's this old shack. The door is actually over here, or what's left of it. What's left of the old cabin. Oh, look at that. An old transistor radio or something. Bunch of old junk. Pretty neat, a lot of history in these old places. Oh, here's that stream I was talking about. And if you follow it, this trench, you can follow the trench there, turns left right at that spruce tree there, goes across past in front of that little willow tree on this side of that spruce tree, and then it goes right underneath that little cabin shack there. Whatever that was for, it was a water house or pump house or some darn thing once upon a time. But it goes right under the building. And then you come back to right where we're standing. Here you can see the trench. Goes over there, turns left, just on the other side of that little willow bush. And then over by these willow bushes, there's a spring. Well, so that was a pretty fun day checking out all these little cabins. We looked at probably 5 old log cabins and a couple of just decrepit, run-down old shacks like you guys seen. It was pretty darn cool. We're probably at the farthest point here. We're probably 100 kilometers from home. We got quite a bit of drive to go back because you don't zip along too much with the Suzuki. We're gonna make something to eat and we're gonna head out of here. So I'd like to thank Mr. 338 Imperial for being my first Patreon subscriber. If it wasn't for you and all my subscribers, we wouldn't be able to do videos like this and make it happen. So thanks a lot for everything you guys do.
And we'll catch you guys next Friday on Fabin' Adventures.
We had some tea.
You'd be surprised? Ron, a tea drinker. Uh-huh.